Well, in a few hours, judgment will be passed with regard to the state of the Patriotic Front. As you may be aware, there's been an ongoing battle of who owns and runs the Patriotic Front since, I think, 2023, if not late 2022. So the past 3 years or two, the PF has been in court fighting it out. Initially, it was just Sampa. We formed a faction with Robert Chabinga and Zit Ngona. And then right before Edgar Chakalungu passed on, Sampa reconciled with ECL, and he was about to retain the Patriotic Front to ECL. And then before that could be done, ECL went to South Africa, and that's where he died, and that's how that chapter closed. And then Robert Chabinga developed his own faction, pretty much kicking out Sampa, and the back and forth that has been happening. So, but the real contention has been between Sampa, Brandon and Tim, Given and the rest of them against Robert Chabinga. So pretty much this cohort is on one side as they fight Robert Chabinga. So the judgment for that case is coming up in a few hours. Right now, today, it's been announced. And Sampa was the person that put it up. So we expect that verdict. But I remember this judgment was scheduled to have happened some time back. I don't know what happened, if it was adjourned. So I just hope as it comes up today, it's an actual judgment and not an adjournment where it's pushed forward and nobody knows to a future date or probably even after the elections. But anyway, so that's a document that Sampa put up. That's Ngona versus Sampa, respondent. According to that publication court document, take notice that the ruling for the above course will be delivered by the Court of Appeal at Lusaka on the 6th of May 2026 at 11 hours in the afternoon before Honorable Mr. Justice Muchenga. So those are the judges that are pretty much sitting on that case. And so that's what's expected to happen in a few hours. And then Sampa put up this post. He says, after our lawyers alerted us this afternoon that the Patriotic Front ruling in the appeals court is on tomorrow, meaning right now, today. He put up this post late in the night, I think at midnight or so. Tomorrow, we cut short our tour in South Africa. We have since landed in Lusaka, and many thanks to the party members of the Central Committee and officials that came to receive us at Kenneth Kaunda International Airport. All I can say is that Twachula Pafla, we've suffered enough, very much. As regards the machinations around the beloved Patriotic Front PF, we remain prayerful on the judgment tomorrow, meaning today. As I told you, put up that post, I think he landed at 23 hours, if not 24 hours. Effectively, we will determine whether or not the Patriotic Front will be on the ballot for the August 2026 general elections. We leave everything in God's hands. The Lord our shepherd, we shall, the Lord our shepherd, we shall not want. God's Psalms 23, according to him, signs it off. Mauza Baria Sampa, MP for Matero, president of the Patriotic Front, signed off on the 5th of May 2026. Yeah, later on, I think just before midnight or at midnight, we put up that. So the judgment is coming up today. That tomorrow is referring to today. And then in other news, as you may be aware, it should have been yesterday when the Speaker of the National Assembly, Nelly Muti, announced to say she's about to pass a verdict with regard to the members of parliament that are moving out, the ones that are moving from the Patriotic Front going to the UPND and other parties. So pretty much Constitution Court says, which Antonio Mwanza puts up, said, Madam Speaker, Article 72 of our Constitution says a member of the National Assembly shall vacate the seat if the member, having been elected as an independent candidate, joins a political party, or a member of parliament moves from a political party or is elected on. The moment the independent members of parliament join a political party, the cause they cease to be a member of parliament, full stop. The Article 72 categorically states that once an independent member of parliament joins a political party, they immediately lose their seat. No, not tomorrow, not after a committee, not after the speaker reviews. It's immediately, automatically, the MP loses his seat. So, Madam Speaker, why are you not acting? So now this is the conversation that people have been asking, to say, hey, people are moving out and moving from independent to UPND and from whichever party all over the place, where their seats not being nullified. In as much as, yes, it's parliament is about to be dissolved it should be 9 days or 8 days now, it will be dissolved. The fact is that, yes, those seats are supposed to be nullified. Yes, the general by-election cannot take place, but those people are not supposed to be in parliament anymore as things stand. Now, people are putting up an argument to say the reason why they're allegedly keeping these people in parliament is because they were bound to pass these particular laws. So you can see Grants on television put up a list of a number of laws that they want to pass, 72 bills pretty much. Emmanuel Mwamba has also put up the same list, which lists the number of bills that they want to pass. So according to Grants on television, and also Emmanuel Mwamba putting up the same article, says in 10 days, here are the 72 bills for the 2026 tabled 5th session of 13th Assembly, the National Assembly of Zambia, without broad public stakeholder consultation and administrative procedure. So simply saying, why are they rushing to pass these bills in 10 days when we're almost going to elections? So it's causing that fracas or conversation in the public domain. I'd say, is that the reason why the members of parliament seats have not been nullified there? So yeah, and then at the bottom they write there's a noted list of from the National Assembly records for 2026, most of the amendments to be exciting acts. Parliament is racing to pass these bills before the dissolution of Parliament. So yeah, that argument keeps on popping up every now and then. Mtoto Kafaya also weighs in, saying long-term member of parliament Mtoto Kafaya has warned the ongoing parliamentary business could face legal challenges in the future, citing concerns over the continued presence of lawmakers who have defected from opposition parties to the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND, saying there's an illegality taking place. Those members of parliament are not supposed to be in parliament anymore, in as much as, yes, we cannot have a by-election now before parliament is dissolved, but the fact is that their seats are supposed to be nullified and they're supposed to be out of parliament. So he argues in future this is going to be a serious contention. And then someone says, hey, resign. What about Brian Mundwiri and the MPs who are standing under the FTD? So the Grandstone television puts up an argument to say, hey, fine, you guys are arguing to say, no, people that are moving from the Patriotic Front to the UPND are the seats that are supposed to be nullified. What of those members of parliament that have moved from the PF and have endorsed Brian Mundwiri as the FTD candidate under the Tonse Alliance? Even their seats also supposed to be nullified. So yeah, there is that back and forth. And then ECZ has mentioned they revised the nomination fees. The presidential male candidates are 100,000, female 80,000. And then youth 60,000, while it's with the National Assembly 17,000, it was 15,000 I think, female now 14,000, and then youth 10,500. So if you intend to stand as a member of parliament, those are the adjusted costs. Shukatari says, stop making excuses, just look for the money and go and campaign, otherwise no one will stop you from the ballot if you have been on the ballot if you're qualified. And then it's exactly 100 days to go until 13th August 2026. Are you patriotic enough? Are you ready to show up, participate in the election and support your preferred candidate? So as of this broadcast, it's exactly 100 days before we go to the polls. So that's according to Hot FM update there. And then the Electoral Commission of Zambia, details of certified 2026 voter register provincial statistics there. So you can see we've detailed how the voters are registered in the provinces. You can see pretty much, you can pause the video and then look at those statistics, which come to 8,700,000 there. And then in politics, 3 months is a very long period of time. You can win or lose power within days. Something can happen and the ground shifts so quickly. Nothing should be taken for granted. That's Antonio Mwanza advice there to politicians. What is the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Corporations, Mlamba Himbe, speaks to the BBC on Zambia versus US bilateral relations. And then Oliver asks Mano Mwamba to say, Mwarelanda, at when the West praises you, it means you have sold your country. What do you say now? To which Mano Mwamba responds to say, when the when the West praises you, when the West praise you, you are bought. When they condemn you, you stole their money. So that's a rebuttal, back and forth. As you may be aware, the speech that was given by the US ambassador who was living in Zambia was quite alarming, pretty much. What is Munyaz will say, we know who runs Grandstone Television. We have tried to be sober, but we are asking our team to respond aggressively like the American Fury. So pretty much Grandstone Television put up that article where they are saying that argument of Brian Mundele's candidates also seats being nullified. That's what triggered that conversation there. And Zambian politics are nomadic, so do not be surprised with resignations and defections during this period. That's Munia Zulu, and that's what's in the Mass newspaper, that's in the Daily Nation, that's another Momba's publication, and that's in the News Diggers. Pretty much what else is in there? This is in the Real Times, and yeah, that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. That's most of what the news headlines are for today.